Hi guys, welcome back. Today's Pearl of Wisdom is going to be the stance in Pilates. So what I like to do is I like to just get your setup quite nice, and it's quite measurable. So if we have a look at the feet are fist width apart, so it's human fist, I always say, not Hulk fist. And now parallel from toe to heel. What happens then is you have a nice base to work for. The wider the base, the easier it is. The smaller the base, more difficult it is. So we want to have a base that's also very much symmetrical to the line of the body. Generally, this position will put your heels, knees, and hips in one line. Unless you've got some hip pathology, so you've got a sore hip, and this position is quite difficult, or some sore knees, you can go a little bit wider, but try and keep it that you are keeping the integrity of the body, so your hip line in line as much as possible. Just watch out for funny alignment. So we're in this position, we've got the feet fist width apart, we've got all 10 toes active onto the ground, particularly the heel also, and that allows the arch to lift a bit, and it's quite nice to get that grounding. If we go up a little bit from the feet, we go up towards the hips. I want you to be aware of the hips. Are you leaning to your right? Are you leaning to your left? And I want you to find somewhere in between. We call that centering ourselves. If we go a little bit higher, I want you to have the bottom of the rib in line with the hip, and we activate the pelvis. We bring the pelvis slightly forward. We've got connectivity here, and that starts getting this core a little bit active. From the shoulders, I want you to have long collarbones. I often use the description, I want your shoulder blades, your collarbones going to each side of the room, so I want length. And the shoulder blades are sitting at the back, kissing. I always say use the word kissing of the bottom of the blades, so you're pulling yourself long. And I want you to grow tall through the crown of the head, soft peach under the chin, and that's a nice starting position. So if you can start being aware there, everything we do from now becomes a lot more polished. Often I see people stand a little bit duck-footed, so be aware. This is a nice way to create the awareness. How is your alignment? And if you're in this position, it actually nicely forces the pelvis forward. So if we do a side view, I want you to be aware, are you leaning forward? Are you leaning backwards? And I want you to find somewhere in between. And then if we look at the pelvis, is the pelvis tipped forward? Is the pelvis tipped back? And I want you to find somewhere in between, especially if you know you sit in quite a hinged position into the back. I want you to be cognitive and to bring it in and to connect. So we have nice strong lines, and already here there's activity with those long collarbones. Often I see people, when I say collarbones back, they do this massive extension. So I want you to be aware, we're not looking at back, we're actually looking at splaying the shoulder blades. So I'm looking at length. I want you to look like a wooden hanger and not like a dry cleaning hanger that's been loaded with lots of jackets. It makes this hanging effect. So I really want you to give me length, and just to start there. When I see you again, we're going to have a Pearl of Wisdom. We're going to discuss the breathing. So please join us for our first class, and we'll see you soon. Lots of love.